Hi, it's Matchmaker Didi, and today we're talking about this interesting topic if you're afraid to leave a relationship. And it's also a member's experience, or more like an inquiry. So, a lady wanted to sign up, and she's like, I want to sign up, but I'm not sure I want to because I'm in a relationship. And of course, we frown upon the idea of if you're in a relationship and you want to sign up because people don't come on the platform to waste other people's time. And I'm like, well, you're in a relationship, so you clearly can't sign up. And she's like, she's been in this relationship, it's like a dead end, so that's why she wants to sign up and meet people. And I'm like, well, you can't technically sign up and meet people till you leave that relationship. And then it got me thinking of the fact that, yes, some people are afraid to leave a relationship they feel is a dead end for several reasons. One could be that you've invested so much time in it, you feel like, I've been in this relationship for years. Like, man, I've invested my time, said no to some suitors because I was here. So what am I going to do? Some people feel like I've invested too much money in it. Maybe I've paid for a lot of things for him or paid for a lot of things for her. Like, where do I start from? Some people feel like, I'm too scared to start all over again. Like, how do I just start? Where do I start looking for someone? Will I even find someone, And then people are scared about the age too. They're like, okay, I'm in my mid-40s. When am I going to start again? I meet somebody. I've spent like time with this person. Will I meet somebody else? And people are also scared of being lonely and alone. They're like, I feel if I'm going to be on my own, I'm going to be alone or lonely. Even though some relationships already feel like you're alone, you're in a relationship, but you're single. So you're probably single in an unfulfilling relationship regardless. So I don't have all the answers, obviously. Instead, what I did was I just had the questions. I was like, what are the reasons why people are afraid of, leaving a relationship that seems like it's a dead end? And obviously these are the reasons, and there are many more reasons. But I think if you feel single in a relationship, it's unfulfilling. If you're afraid of being lonely or alone, and somehow in some relationships, you're already alone. You're already lonely. You feel like you're dating yourself. So what exactly are you getting from that? Some people have words that encourage them to stay in relationships that are not good for them. They have a dead end. They'll be like, but the honeymoon phase doesn't last forever. Yes, it doesn't. But when you're using that term, some people use it in a meaningful way. Some people use it to console themselves because they're in a relationship that the person shows zero care for them. So they're using that to console themselves and tell you that, the honeymoon phase doesn't, last forever. But be honest with yourself. Is your own situation the whole honeymoon phase has ended, or it's simply a case where you feel like the person literally doesn't care, doesn't give two about you? Like, is that your situation, or it's just the honeymoon phase that has ended? People have things to make them feel better about situations. Like, everybody goes through challenges. Yes, everyone goes through challenges, but how often does this relationship make you cry? How often do you wish it was better? Like, how often, yes, people get sad in relationships, but it shouldn't be something that, if it's something that makes you sad much more than it makes you happy, I'm not sure that's what you want to do. And then you also have to be true to yourself and honest with yourself. Like, are you in this relationship for the idea that, I just want to be in a relationship, or so that they won't say I'm alone? Or are you happy in the relationship? Another person cannot give you happiness, quite all right. But still, the person shouldn't, bring you sadness. So you need to just ask yourself certain questions. And I always say you can never advise someone to leave a relationship. I hate when I hear people say, if I were you, I'll leave that guy. If I were you, I'll leave that girl. When people try to advise you to leave a relationship, I really hate it. I feel like it's the only person wearing that shoes that knows when it hurts them enough to take it off. So you can't technically advise them. You're not wearing the shoes. You're not in the relationship day in and day out. You might hear about it from someone's angle, maybe the guy's angle or the girl's angle, but you never know what it's really like in that relationship because you're not in that relationship. Even if you live with them, it's different. So I feel like it's your own decision to make. Like, does the shoe hurt? Does it hurt to a point you're willing to let go? Or are you still like managing it and saying, it hurts, but it's not that bad? That sometimes you wear shoes, you're like, my shoe is cute, it might hurt my feet, but it's not that bad. But there's a point where my cutest shoes hurt my feet so much, and I'm like, nope, it's very cute. I love these shoes, but I cannot deal with the pain anymore. It's only you that can definitely make that decision. So, in as much as you kind of want people to egg you on, because I've seen some cases where someone has said, oh, my friends told me to divorce and leave my husband and leave my relationship. Meanwhile, they're all still with their own husbands and relationship. Well, you're a little bit silly for listening to people's opinion if that's what you based yours on. If the sole reason why you based leaving that person was on the fact that they told you to, it kind of means you're immature and silly. Like, people tell you to do something and you do it. Well, how about they say jump off a bridge and you do it? Like, you can't blame your actions on other people's, opinions or their advice. Yes, they'll give you advice and opinions. Half of the time, they won't even take the advice and opinions that they're giving you. But you have to decide by your own self, on your own accord. You're an adult. You know what's good for you and what's not good for you. You know what you can tolerate and what you cannot tolerate. So don't make it seem like, and don't try to compare and emulate other people's relationship. Oh, this guy just got his girlfriend this kind of gift for Valentine's Day. Oh, mine didn't get me anything. Oh, it means that he doesn't care. Don't do the comparison. It really hurts relationships. I don't like talking about relationships, obviously. I think this is the first time I've spoken about relationships on this platform. We try to stick to dating, right? But for some reason, because of this question that this lady asked, somehow I found myself discussing about relationships. I don't like talking about relationships. I like to stick to my niche area, which is dating, first date, second date, the whole shebang before you get to the mutually exclusive part. That's where I like focusing on. But this was just a very interesting thing because she wanted to sign up. So a part of her is telling her, sign up for a dating platform, meet someone new. But there's also a part of her that's telling her not to stick with what she knows. It's almost like the angel no, sorry, I get that wrong. The devil is better than the angel you don't know, right? Is that what it is? Well, whatever it is, I'm sure you all know what it is. So yeah, basically, I feel like do not advise anybody to leave a relationship. Well, unless it's physical, that one is just, I feel like it goes without saying, like, if someone is brushing you, man, if someone is brushing you and it's not within a boxing ring, like you guys didn't put on your boxing gloves, I mean, I don't think it's rocket science for you to know that you should. And I don't think it's bad for you to advise someone in that situation too. But when it comes to the other aspects, I know that, that's why I don't talk about relationships. It's very broad. There are lots of like loopholes and corners and stuff like that. Unlike dating, dating is so easy breezy. It's like do this, do that, do whatever you want, So dating is like the fun part. Maybe that's why I just, love the whole idea of dating and stick to talking about dating. But yeah, relationship is a little bit more complicated, because not one size fits all, So when you're dating somebody in a relationship part, so it's kind of like a dating exclusively kind of thing, you have to know what works for you. You can't listen to the noise out there. You might want to get people's opinions. It can help clarify certain things, which of course it's good. But you might want to listen to yourself on what you can tolerate or what you should tolerate and what's good for you, what's not good for you, so you can make that decision. So to the lady that wanted to sign up, I said, no, you can't sign up because you're going to bring a whole lot of drama to someone that's just here to meet somebody. So till you decide and, for yourself what you want from that relationship, you can't find like a loophole before you come out. Some people want that whole cushion. Like, I had a friend that she never was single. It was relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. Some people want that cushion, like, I never want to be single. Some people are really afraid of being single, honestly. So, but you're not going to use another person as a pawn while you try to get out of your other relationship, So basically, members experience, if you want to sign up and you feel like you're in a bad relationship, try and sort that mess out first before you either sign up or continue on your relationship. Well, hopefully this is our first and last talk on relationship because we don't do that over here. Anyway, so as usual on our thumbnail, you should see our website where you can go and sign up and meet other singles. And you should see our number where you can ask questions. You should see our email in case you just want to, send us messages. And you should see our blog where you have up-to-date information about like stuff first.